So see the last question of the day. The northeast region of India has been infested with insurgency for a very long time. Analyze the major reasons for survival of armed insurgency in this region. So simple question that you have to just explain what are the northeast region. If you can, again in here you can follow that map approach. You write the map and then say what are the various states which are impacted by the insurgency for a long time, and analyze the major reasons for the survival of armed insurgency. Obviously, the reason for that armed insurgency is the involvement of external states, especially people coming from China and Myanmar. Okay, so that will be your model answer. What will be the framework for this? What is the framework? Introduction, reasons, way forward, conclusion. Okay, you can simply write yes, northeast region has been infested with. So you can simply write what are the reasons for insurgency for a very long time. What are the reasons? Because for many years, Northeast has felt cut off from the mainstream Indian politics or Indian culture or Indian society. Let's be honest. Today we have so much awareness about Northeast people and Northeast culture. But then for many years, we did not have their cultural understanding. What is their race? Okay, today we appreciate, okay, Northeast people are belonging to Mongoloid race. So we know that, okay, the people are from Northeast. Okay, they were sometimes racially discriminated. Okay, and then the development was not happening. They were feeling alienated. Okay, and then it was cut off, and the terrain, the geographical terrain itself is like that. The government benefits were not going to Northeast people. So briefly, you can explain in 4 or 5 points the reason why the insurgency is still there for very long time. Sorry, how it is there, and how analyze the major reasons for survival of armed insurgency. Here, the main core demand of the question is armed insurgency. So you can say that because of these reasons, they were feeling alienated, which caused certain violence and armed insurgency. Reasons for perpetuation or the continuation or survival of the armed insurgency will be your second topic. What will be the reasons for perpetuations of armed insurgency? Involvement of external states or countries like China and Myanmar, where the arms supply is going on through the porous borders of Northeast. And then with Myanmar, we have this free, what is that called? Free permit area or
free movement regime.
Free movement regime. 15 kilometers within India and 15 kilometers within Myanmar. Free movement regime. So people can cause violence in India and just go and hide in Myanmar. And there was a very famous operation also which was done by the army to eliminate such violent forces. So that is one
Operation
reason.
All Clear, sir.
Huh?
Operation All Clear.
Okay. So one is the involvement of external states and supply of arms through porous borders. Okay. And also some ethnic clashes, ethnic issues and demand for, you can write, for example, demand for greater Nagalim. That is one very contentious issue which is staying in the minds of people from very long, and it is causing the separatist tendencies, and that is one of the reasons for continuation of armed insurgency. And what else we can write for continuation of armed insurgencies? Neglect of the government for many and no proper infrastructure to go and tackle the armed insurgency. The terrain being very difficult. Northeast terrain is extremely hard. So people cannot go and conduct combing operations like we do for Naxals. So all these are important reasons for survival of armed insurgency. Then in such answers, better to write way forward. What will be the way forward for addressing something like Northeast insurgency? What will be the way forward for addressing Northeast insurgencies? You can write about how the government benefits. Again, the government benefits the proper development of infrastructure, addressing the ethnic issues, and cutting down the porous borders by having proper checkposts, and smuggling of arms should be removed. So these can be the solutions, and then conclude that for many years, Northeast has been cut off from the mainstream society with regard to the culture and development. The need of the hour is to bring them into the mainstream, and by developing proper infrastructure and by integrating them to the society and also addressing their ethnic issues, we can definitely control the armed insurgency. And maybe you can write about the increased political representation also.
So in this, before writing way ahead, can we mention like this Lookie's policy or what the government measures which is just taken?
Sorry, your voice is not at all audible, Vaishnavi. Can you be slightly more loud?
Yeah.
Sorry, can you be more loud?
So I was asking before mentioning about way ahead, can
Mhm.
we write about government measures like Lookie's policy or Kaladan,
Yeah,
which
yes. It's also good dimension. You can say way forward. In way forward only you can mention a dimension and then give a government initiative. That is also much more wonderful, right? You can
okay,
write some way forward, like you want to be more inclusive, you want to have more infrastructural connectivity. Example, the Look East policy or Act East policy. Now it is called Act
policy.
East policy. The
Yes,
Act East policy wants to promote infrastructure. Then maybe you can write about the Bagor Bill bridge or whatever you want, you can write one example
okay.
there. Okay. And then the recent peace talks with the Nagalim, it is got, though it has not completely success, it has not been completely successful. The government is making repeated attempt to talk to the uh, talk to address the grievances of the Nagas. And then we know that government is seriously planning to do something with the porous borders of the northeast and trying to bring in technology like the laser barricades or laser fencing. So government is planning to do that, and the night vision cameras or the night vision binoculars to see the arms smuggling, etc. So all these you can mention, not a problem. Okay, Sumant, right? Sumant, it is about Northeast insurgency. You have mixed up Northeast insurgency and left-wing extremism in the introduction. Northeast insurgency is different from left-wing extremism. Sumant, are you there?
Yes, sir. I've listened to it, but I think I thought left-wing extremism is also a part of this northeastern insurgency.
No,
So I just added
Northeast
it.
insurgency. See, left-wing extremism is up to maximum West Bengal only. Beyond that, the Northeast insurgency is a completely different idea or a challenge altogether, because there the insurgency is not, it is because of something else. If you ask a Naga people are not because of the development or something of that, because they are having that ethnicity issues. They feel they are not part of India. Okay, while coming to the left-wing extremism, we are not speaking about their being Indians or not. They know they are Indians. Their concerns are different. Northeast, Northeast, it is not extremism. We call it is insurgency. The difference is there because here we feel the basic assumption of the government is, of course, in left-wing extremism also we think that the Communist Party of China is playing a role, but here we feel that the issue is more about not only India but multiple stakeholders are involved here. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
So once you understand the demand of the question, I am sure now you will be able to appreciate what exactly you need to write. And for this question also, again, if you can draw that small map and explain what exactly you are trying to say, what is this Nagaland, what is this Myanmar, what is this China, you simply can draw that and show, boss, here is the porous border. From here we are smuggling the weapons and giving them. It will be a very good presentation. Yeah, this angle is good. Human right violations by security forces. Yes, the army excesses in the name of AFSPA. It is also one of the reasons for sustaining the armed struggle. It's a very good dimension. Maybe the first half of the answer you did not mean so much because you did not understand the question, Suman. Okay. you were talking about the left wing extremism. So the first page, the first half of the answer is not so relevant for the demand of the question. But the second half, yes, from here, the Naga tribes, human rights violations, lack of political will. So these are something which we just now discussed, radical ideas. So all these are making a lot of sense. For next part of the answer, what you have to write is way forward, along with, as Vaishnavi said, you can include certain government measures already being taken or already taken, and then conclude on a positive and optimistic way that we will solve all these ethnic issues and make for an inclusive development, and Northeast, which is a significant way for our Act East policy, okay, should be integrated into the Indian development. Clear, Sumant?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.